late December, Bungie's 30th year anniversary update has been out for quite some time, so that can give us ample time to review and discuss some of the new content added to the behemoth that is Destiny 2. As everyone can expect, grabbing the coveted Galahorn and its catalyst from the new three-man dungeon added into the once memed loot cave from Destiny 1, it does come with some challenge to complete, solo for the bravest, or of course cooperatively, as with a few returning weapons such as the beloved Essaluna and Matador 64, and newly acquired gear for your garden to hopefully give you some extra light levels for more endgame content. And the Witch Queen expansion set to release February 22nd, 2022. I'll touch more on that in a bit. With Bungie's 30th year anniversary, we get to see some extra ornament sets to unlock alongside new ships and sparrows, but more importantly, we get to see some wonderfully incorporated Halo weapons to obtain and to add to our already enormous arsenal of our choosing. It's fucking nuts. The Forerunner exotic is a Halo Magnum with, of course, the OG times 2 zoom, also giving its intrinsic perk, full stop, high caliber rounds, extended range, full auto with increased rate of fire. It also deals increased damage to unshielded targets, and that's about as Halo as it gets. Next, we get our hands on the Half-Truth's legendary sword, which is, of course, a brilliant reimagining of the Covenant sword in Halo that can provide some pretty great rolls. And it's the only stasis sword in the game, so it does have its pros. It also looks fucking super cool. It seems to be alluding to a possible exotic side quest, though. Some players have found a much considered elusive counterpart called the Other Half. But let's wait and see about that, of course. It's not confirmed. Last but certainly not least, it wouldn't be a 30th year anniversary update if they didn't add in the Land Party King, the Friendship Breaker, and the true test of FPS gaming in its adolescence. The BXR 55 Battler should not surprise anyone that it's of course a battle rifle. This Destiny interpretation of the classic BR feels about how you would like it with the added touch of Destiny and its lovely RNG filled perk pools. With of course one specific perk that just breathes Halo. It's called Perpetual Motion. This weapon gains bonus stability, handling, and reload speed while the wielder is in motion. That's pretty Halo-y to me. Those BR battles were quite tense back in the day. More guns that resemble Halo weapons are also present. These are just my top 3. It's great to see some more things to grind for and to add to my vault that is already fucking splitting at the seams. But anyway, for those of you who purchased the Forsaken DLC previously, and the content in that is being vaulted with no confirmed return date provided, Bungie is giving those 3 Forsaken ciphers to redeem at the exotic kiosk for some weapons that you haven't already acquired or broken down to Ascendant shards for weapons that weapons and armor that you want to upgrade. It's a bittersweet parting gift, but I don't really mind if they take Forsaken away if it means getting some newer content. The game is already massive as it is with gnarly load times, so we'll take what we can get. Anyway, on to the next talk of content added. Dares of Eternity, a 6-player match-made activity that dips your guardian into the world of the Nine, my personal favorite differentiating world art and weapon styles. It runs like a game show, which at first was really odd. It ends up being a nice break from the usual business that is Destiny 2, though. It's a challenging, fun, easy to repeat, as it has random rolls for enemies you fight, from the Taken to Cabal to Fallen to Vex. Alongside it, of course, has bounties to complete and reputation to increase, adding more chances of getting some of the loot this specific activity has to offer. Also, it has a Star Horse. I didn't see that coming at all. It's kind of really strange, but anyway. All the items and activities to complete are also wrapped nice and tight with some added weapon ornaments available for purchase with silver and glimmer, not to mention the dawning event for the holiday season, which seems a bit better than last year, minus the drop rate for the event-exclusive weapons. With Season of the Lost lasting a staggering 6 months for its 15th season, leading up to the Witch Queen, this added content was, in my opinion, really great, and adds plenty of quests and weapons to grind for to buffer its longevity. With the Witch Queen expansion coming soon, we are to see a whole Void subclass reconstructed to have more non-linear customization, similar to Stasis, if that's not exactly the way it's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be. And that's good news for me, as I primarily play a Void Hunter, so being able to switch up abilities and making a more complex build catered towards the type of playstyle I need for a certain situation can only be good. Of course, if it doesn't break PvP, which that's a possibility. I mean, Stasis did it, so. A newer Darkness subclass was skipped in order to balance out the Light subclasses, which was desperately needed if this was the approach Bungie was going to take. A new weapon archetype is coming in the form of a glaive, an energy weapon that is used first person, half sword, half shotgun. This sounds very exciting to mess around with. And it seems that there is numerous versions that can be obtained. Like, I think somebody online said you could have a shield, maybe instead of a shotgun. More of that's kind of to come, so we'll see. But trailer and dev talk also described the ability to weapon craft in the upcoming expansion. With details scarce, we can only speculate from here, but nonetheless, this is a welcoming addition, hopefully to eliminate some RNG and possibly build a weapon with certain archetypes that you prefer or for shifting meta. They claim the weapons will grow more as they are used and can add additional benefits such as unique buffs, additional perks. I'm sure it will be overshadowed by PvP and PvE endgame content, and that's to be expected. Also, that you could possibly build those endgame content weapons through it. We'll see it when it gets here, but it does sound really cool. As for expansions, the campaign, we're going to be bringing the battle to Savathun's throne world, which seems to have a balance of lush flora and daunting castle architecture. Fighting the Hive, which always seems to be like the real bad guys here. This time they're the light bearers, hitting you with the same shit we've been hitting them with for years. It's fucking ironic, actually. They also seem to have a respawn mechanic if the ghost is left intact after the light-infused hive is dispatched, adding some intense gameplay for Nightfall's Grandmasters, even the story itself and its legendary story mode that scales depending on the number of players, where the enemies hit harder, the respawning is heavily restricted. Not to mention the raid that will be coming shortly after, if not on launch. There usually aren't. 2 more dungeons will be added throughout the year, as well as a reprised version of a classic Destiny raid, whether it be King's Fall or Leviathan. I'm stoked for whatever they have in store. With all this new content just dropped in just over 2 months, a new expansion and a new season to play, we have a lot in store for the upcoming time spent playing Destiny 2. And that's about all I wanted to talk about and discuss. If this video provided you with some quality information, feel free to do the thing and let me know if these videos are something you guys are interested in. I really did enjoy making this one. Anyway, bye.